That would help. Humans, delighted welcome. I'm Arthur Perkins. This is APGamingREAL. Welcome to the season finale of Wrath&Glory. I usually hesitate to say season finale because sometimes it becomes a two-part episodes and then you have two season finales. And, well, you know, we're just going to try to wrap it all up here. How are you, audience? Everything's fine here. And you don't need our day code.
Solid reference.
Nothing.
Yep, it's all right. I'll just keep trying.
One day.
Have you ever considered getting a laugh track to put into the stream?
I feel like, listen, I have, but I feel like if I do that, I'll be taking the last step of a dark path to not being funny anymore. Like, ever being funny again.
Because it's always great when you see those shows that had a laugh track and they take it away, and it's so obvious in the episode where they take the laugh track away that it's not actually that funny.
I know. I don't want to take that step. Maybe I need it, but I don't want to have it. It's been a day. It's been a day of days. I don't know what to say. We're here at the final episode. There's been some questions, so I just want to answer them very quickly. We will be switching to Rogue Trader. I don't know how long it will take to get there. James will be in charge of everything. Scheduling, all of that stuff. So, I mean, my suggestion would be that we privately play a game of Rogue Trader with pre-gens so that those of us that are not Kane will be able to understand what the hell's going on. And then we'll do like a character creation, GM prep session, recorded, you know, Patreon first, that kind of deal. And then the show will start, but we're talking like overlays. It could be a while before you get more of that Warhammer 40K. During that time, the Warhammer 40K Dark Inquisition channel on Discord will be moved to the shows on hiatus until it returns. If Wrath&Glory gets some, what's called serious upgrades. Some design work under the hood.
Overhaul.
At Gen Con. Who knows is even happening at this point. World's falling apart all around us. Everything is canceled forever. Except for Steven Crowder. For some reason, we just can't cancel that man no matter how hard we try. You know, speaking of Steven Crowder, let's talk to Pondo the Mad. He's got a black screen. He's got a black shirt. He's got a black headset. He looks like he's the Prince of Darkness right now.
He's got black soulless eyes.
He's everything that Black Rabbit wants to be in terms of edge.
Be careful you don't cut yourself, AP.
Pondo the Mad looking like 90s boy band thrown into middle age. No, that was really weak. Are you with us, Pondo?
I think it looks like he's about to start streaming Call of Duty.
That's true.
I might be with you. I don't know if I'm any better than I was.
You're louder than you were earlier.
Am I loud?
You're loud.
You're better.
Okay, I don't know what I did.
You're loud enough that we can hear you now, I should say.
Yeah, it's good.
You're not loud, but
everyone took their character sheets back after I strategically placed them in the center.
I mean, was there a reason you
motherfucking sheets back? I need them.
Oh.
We're going to another map later. I need these. Give them back. They're mine.
Fair enough.
Can't have them.
Can we get ops so I can take my beautiful wind up dice?
Sure, whatever. Pondo?
My week's been all right. I haven't really done much as far as the week went, but mostly today is when I did all the things. Wow. Essentially, we reorganized the office area, so it's much more tolerable, and I got sawdust all over me today.
Nice.
It's been my week, so I still smell some sawdust up my nostrils.
Well, Pondo, as long as I'm throwing out bad jokes, don't get high on your own supply. Something. Got a real shallow pool today.
Right.
I know. have you considered not inhaling the sawdust?
You tell that to sawdust when you're cutting wood.
I mean, I have a table saw and I don't inhale sawdust.
Do you wear a mask?
I don't have a mask. They're all taken.
Yeah, I don't wear a mask or any. I mean, I don't know.
People panicked, bought masks because they thought it would help against the virus, but lo and behold, it doesn't do anything against the virus. Because they're made for dust and other sort of things, not
Ratings
germs.
matter. Ratings matter.
In the news, good.
Yeah, and the news said that even the medical masks don't do shit.
They are only good for a certain amount of time.
It was in the news here yesterday that police were called to a scene where 2 of them were fighting over a bag of toilet paper.
Jesus Christ.
Is this in Australia? You guys have toilet paper madness.
A big thing a lot of people keep forgetting is clean your phones.
Yeah.
People rarely clean their phones. They're covered in all sorts of germs and other stuff. Like wash your hands, clean your phones. That's your most important thing you could probably do.
Also, those normal cloth doctor's masks that doctors wear when they're around patients. Yeah, they're doing that to help prevent the patients from getting sick, not to prevent them from getting sick. If they want to prevent themselves from getting sick, they wear fucking hazmat suits.
Yep.
Sealed suits.
Yeah.
So other than that, it's kind of been a slow week, I would say. Haven't really done much. Played quite a bit of Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's old when you've played the second game. Mainly because there's only like a certain finite amount of weapons that you can have in the first game. Third game, they throw like, I'd almost say double, maybe a little bit more of the amount.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So you believe that the number of weapons in a game dictates how much fun it is?
It helps with the replayability.
Okay. That's a stance that exists.
It also helps when you've only got, I mean, I assume it's just you and Cotton, so it gives you some more flexibility as far as what you're fighting and whatever else, just have more weapon options.
Sometimes you want something this, something that, but if you sometimes the assault rifle or the regular auto shotgun is not enough. Sometimes you need the combat shotgun, or sometimes you need the desert rifle or the AK, whatever it's called in that game. Sometimes you want to kill someone with the electric guitar. I like options.
Can't remember what I modded I modded all the guns to be stuff I like. I don't remember what I modded the melee weapons to. I think one of them was a battle axe.
Highly possible.
I mean, you're gonna kill zombies, kill them in style, right?
Yeah. That's it for me. I want to try to keep figuring out what to do with my audio.
You're louder than you were, and we can hear you. That's the important part.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if maybe it's just me and I'm just hearing things, but I wonder if your attack time on your microphone, it sounds like sometimes when you're starting words, it takes a while for it to rev up.
Attack time is 10 milliseconds.
Okay. Atomic. Speaking of people who like attacking with time or timed attacks.
I mean, we do mess with time on Wednesdays. This is true. And I attack people in the face with a hammer. I've been playing Division 2. It's been pretty good. Playing the new expansion, having fun with a English buddy of mine. Yeah, he's English. Okay, I had to double check. I was like, he's English or German? He lives in Germany. English lives in Germany. Anyway, been having fun. Just been running around doing that. I have acquired most of the Kill Team books. So I'm going through those now. And it's not James' fault, but I'm gonna blame James anyway, just because. So I've been doing that. See, really, nothing else has really been going on. I've just been playing the Division and working on my Adeptus Mechanicus guys. I've been trying to paint them better quality than I usually do, so taking it nice and slow, and listening to new 40K audiobooks. Went bowling today for the first time in 10 years for my sister's birthday because she wanted to do that for something different. And then we went and got Vietnamese, and that was pretty good. So
You bowled a 78.
I didn't. I bowled over 2 games. I did a 187. I kept getting 8s and 9s, but having problem picking up the last pin.
Okay.
So, but it was the first time I'd bowled in about 10 years, so it wasn't too bad. So, yeah.
187 is an auspicious number.
No. Don't do that.
187. I don't understand.
Police
the reference.
code.
Oh, yeah. Well, so yeah, it's pretty much
Some police
how it's
code for
been.
murder.
Ah, fair enough. Definitely murdered some of my back muscles, that's for sure. So my shoulder's pretty worn out. But and then next weekend I'm going to the gun range for my birthday because that's gonna be fun. Because I just want a day of people leaving me alone.
You know, I gotta tell you, I can't ever go back to my gun range.
They told me
Because it's full of white nationalist lunatics. And I keep talking about how I'm going to clean my guns, but it's been 6 months. I think I need to just accept that I'm actually like afraid of my guns, and I don't really want to clean them. And I'd rather just never use them ever.
Well, as long as you don't shoot corrosive ammo, which is really only old Russian stuff, like old Russian Cold War ammunition,
Well, I shoot
you
the
can
good
go a long
stuff.
time. No, I'm just saying you really can go quite a while without having to clean them.
Well, that's like 1,000 rounds went through that thing. I really think it's time to just get in there and.
I clean mine just because I find it therapeutic. Like I cleaned all my stuff the other day, and my entire office smells like hops #9, and I'm not complaining about it. It's just an odd smell.
Yeah, like I got my gun cleaning kit still in the plastic, and I got the rifle. They're all sitting at the door to my back porch, and some newspaper to put down. But I just
have an old towel. You have an old towel I use. It just smells like gun cleaner and gun oil.
Yeah, I couldn't leave something like that around. I would destroy it.
Oh, that's true too.
She loves guns.
I have to put mine up.
She loves
Shitless gun.
pushing guns. She loves finding guns that are loaded. One of these days she's going to figure out how safeties work. Why I don't leave the guns loaded anymore.
Yeah. Fortunately, my cat's not that smart. So I'm not too worried about it. Plus, most of the stuff, like I keep my handgun on the nightstand, or I used to, and then I got a cat, and so now I keep it because I have a queen size bed. I only sleep on one side of it, so I put the gun under like the other pillow because the cat knocks it off the nightstand. He likes to whatever.
Yeah.
So I just put it under the pillow just to keep him from knocking it off.
And put it in the case.
Yeah, I should put it under the pillow. I mean, it's in a holster. It's in my concealed carry holster, but yeah, that's where I put it. But yeah, I built an AR-15 this week. Assembled. Don't really build it. So I did that just because I got a really good deal on everything. Got like $800 worth of parts for like I think $450. So I was like, just pulled the trigger on that one.
That's pretty good.
You know, pun intended. So you know, that's with a new red dot sight too. So that's pretty good. So now I have 2 ARs, but whatever. It's America. Don't judge me. But that's pretty much been what I've been doing since. Been a packed couple days since Wednesday, I guess.
You know, speaking of Americans that wish to avoid judgment, let's talk to Sid Alpha. He seems like he's busy. Maybe we need to jump to James.
No, I'm okay.
You're okay. You're back. I mean, you were looking in another direction, and normally I do that when like Rad's busy. I immediately call him out. And
Well, I've got 3 monitors here, so I'm just bouncing around on stuff between them all. Yeah, I'm good. I'm alive. I managed to actually get more than 3 hours of sleep last night, which is a major feat for me this week. And I got some exercise in today too, working on a video. Not quite done with it yet. Hopefully I'll be able to get it finished tomorrow. Other than that, my week has been nothing but a great deal of work and more work and then some additional work, to the point where I ended up just working from home for most of the week because I couldn't bother wasting the time that it took to drive into the office. And I've put in so many hours over the past month or so that I think the owners feel like if they don't give me some time off soon, that I might snap and I might quit, and they really don't want that. So I'm feeling some forced leave coming my way here soon. Other than that, I'm just here. I'm present.
yeah, James, welcome to Bearded Bros.
Yeah, that's always like then whenever people drop into New Game Plus.
They used
and it's their
to,
first
so there
time.
used to be a stream that was on at the same time New Game Plus called like Bearded Bros. I was
Well,
like, but we're the Bearded Bros.
And well, Himley used to do a show called Board Games of Bearded Bros too.
Not an original concept, but
No, we just all happen to have beards.
well, Sid, I certainly don't work as much as you do, but I gotta tell you, I'm really struggling to finish GM prep for all of my shows this week. Actually, I kind of feel like I've been doing that for a while. Just like finishing prep right before the show goes live.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
I've been finishing prep for a lot of projects right before they go live.
Yep. Well, I mean, that's... I feel like that's how projects work, though, right? Like, if you finished it early...
And it's also a monumental amount of paperwork, too, much like GM prep. I'm actually... I had to finish up a presentation document for a corporate entity that are looking for us to handle a migration of one of their systems. And I had to go so far into detail that I literally had to put in the steps taken, including click next. I had to go that far for them to be happy with it.
Okay. You know,
IT
I have to
is
tell
dumb.
you, I don't know if it's a Delaware specific thing or whether it was AARP, but like some time ago, maybe in the last 6 or 8 months, my mom tried to do this AARP driver's education course online that was, the UI was like giant huge buttons with 72-point font, and everything was like, click here to continue. I'm a trustworthy old white man. Allow me to explain what driving is. When you stick your legs in a car, you then sit down. By inserting the key into the engine block and turning it, the car will turn on. I was like, this is the worst. This is actually going to walk you through how to literally do everything involved in doing a car. She was like,
Yep.
I'm 10 minutes into this. We still are working on how to do left turn signals, and there's 6 hours longer of this.
Wow.
God.
I'm done. I was like, okay,
Yep.
all right. I mean, could save you $1,000 or more a year. And she's like, I'm done.
Yep, I had to take what is a very simple process, and I had to turn it into a 31-page design document.
Here's the thing, Sid. People learn at
ridiculous.
different paces, perceive reality in different ways.
It's
When
they
you create
just
something for the general population, you must accommodate the weakest link.
it's their company's requirement for their move ad change documentation, which is insane. I've never had to deal with that level of having to, like, drilling down to the point where click next, then click OK. Like, you guys are having us do this for you because you don't know how to do this.
You know what that
and
sounds
you're
like to
wanting
me?
a document for us to explain exactly how to do it. No, see,
Billable hours.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
it is. It is definitely billable hours. I mean, that was 12 hours for me to do all that. But well, because I had to also show pictures, right?
Okay.
Which means, so I had to do a sandbox mock-up of what they have, and then actually go through it so I could have visual representations to be able to include. And it's terrible. It's like any monkey could take that document and be able to just walk through it step by step. I could hand it to my daughter and she'd be able to perform that migration, no problem. And, you know, at first consideration, you would think, oh, they're just wanting that level of detail, so they're paying you to figure out how to do it so they can just go do it themselves. No, this isn't the first one of these that I've had to do for them. They still have us do it. It's just so ridiculous.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my life. A dozen hours of writing up a document for something that will take maybe 2 hours to complete.
I don't know if you know this, but let me tell you about watching Connor Hughes make a webcomic and seeing him spend like 7 or 8 months to finish a comic I'm going to read in 2 minutes. Now that is an incredible process to watch.
Yep.
I was just like, okay, well, okay, that was volume 1, White Ash. Yep, we're done. I remember watching him make every step of this comic. About the bulk. It's got a bulk, Sid Alpha.
I mean, bulk projects is what I've been stuck in, and that's why I've been working between 60 and 80 hours a week. I don't want bulk. Because I don't even make any extra money off that. I'm salary. So.
Okay, all right. You got anything else, Sid?
No.
For a moment, I was worried there might be a spider on your ceiling.
There might be.
Okay, we're just going to hop on over to James now.
There's almost certainly a spider on my ceiling. I'm in Australia.
Well, yeah. Don't worry, the even larger spider behind it will take care of it for you.
There's
That is
always a
quite
bigger
true,
fish.
actually.
Yeah, there's always a bigger fish.
Always a bigger spider.
I've had a good week. I've also like Pondo and like AP. I've felt the zombie urge as well. I haven't been playing Left 4 Dead. I actually installed State of Decay 2 this week and had a play of that for the first time. I got the shits though because it wasn't very clear in the tutorial and I stuffed something up and I really need to restart now. And I've sort of put it aside right now for bad game design, but I will go back to it to sort that out. But I don't know. Go ahead.
That's just how it is because I played the first one. It doesn't really explain until after you fuck it up. It's like, hey, you're not supposed to do that. I'm like, well, that'd been good 10 seconds ago before I did the thing.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think what I really want is like post-apocalyptic survival as such. I'm more interested in the sort of the base building and resource gathering than I am in the hunting and killing zombies. But it's pretty much that's where the majority of those games fall is in the zombie genre. So it's that or play Wasteland, but Wasteland's a sort of different style of game, I think.
Yeah. I ran a 7 Days to Die server for a while that we kind of did some stuff like that. We had built a massive base. Didn't really. That's probably the best one to scratch that itch.
Yeah, but after I was saying before the stream, after BattleTech this week, when I guessed there, I got like really sick within an hour and spent the next 7 hours praying to the porcelain god, and I've just been recovering from that now, drinking lots of water. Seem to be back on my full game again though, so looking forward to slamming this game out tonight, finding the ultimate conclusion of this storyline. So I'll heap praise on Arthur at the end rather than at the start.
Wow. I mean, now you make me feel bad for being like, I don't know if there's going to be anything special with the finale. They really just they're just cleaning up. Okay, well, they got Talron. They got, they fought a giant bat creature. Like, what do you want from me, James? Jeez.
I was trying to G up your audience, but now you're pulling it down again.
You've set this impossible standard for me to meet. Look, it's like political debate prep, right? You always say, it will be a miracle if he's capable of walking up to the stage and uttering 2 words in a row. And that way, when he strings together a sentence, you're like, our candidate did incredible. Way beyond expectation. We had no idea he could speak in complete sentences.
So you're saying under promise, over deliver. Was that it?
Please do. That is my life's purpose, is to under promise and also under deliver.
You know, it's like the Scotty method of engineering. You know, if it takes an hour, tell them it'll take 3.
Ah, yes, of course.
That way, that's how you get the reputation of being a miracle worker.
What's even better is when you get those stories where someone's like, Captain, it'll take an hour, and they're like, do it in 20 minutes, and they're like, no, you fucking idiot, it's gonna take an hour. You can't just say do it in 20 minutes. That's not how it works.
Well, I've made a career for myself out of every time something happens to me that's really lucky, I make it look like it's something that I really planned for. So that's how I've gotten ahead in business.
I do that at my day job a lot.
You just have to have them ignore the oh shit you did after you did something lucky.
I do that sometimes GMing, but most of the time when players do something really incredible, I'm like, man, I did not plan for that. Wow, that really worked out for me in the end. Holy shit. Can't help but give admiration. Got anything else going on, James?
No, that's a bit. I've been building some Death Guard this morning. Built my first Plague Burst crawler. Just putting together all the stuff from the Conquest magazine. But,
Well, I don't know what that is, but it sure doesn't sound good.
It's one of those. What a Plague Burst core is, or what Conquest magazine is.
No, the Plague Burst.
It's like
crawler.
it's kind of like
It sounds like a zombie
it's
that
like
crab
it's
walks towards you and then explodes its guts all over you.
No, it's like a disease throwing heavy siege mortar, like self-propelled gun.
That's
No,
it. Yeah,
okay,
it's a tank
so-
with a mortar on top.
Yeah, it's basically the artillery weapons from the first Warcraft 3 expansion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a what's it called? A chimera? No.
Basilisk.
Basilisk.
That should be more like a Medusa, really.
But that's basilisks shoot real bullets.
Yeah, this one's too busy like
Not
shooting
disease.
like sealed heads and stuff.
Okay, well, that's weird.
It's great
They
for
have-
siege
Death Guard.
warfare.
They have blight grenades. They're literally just heads with disease inside. It's not great.
Death
Welcome to-
Guard.
Welcome to 40K.
Death Guard, the least wanted to fight against.
I have to tell you, James, for Rogue Trader, I know I've picked the Archmilitant, but I keep wandering back towards the Fire Warrior. I'm like, oh, but I could make this so anime. No, I better stick with my ultra gothic dark edgelord. But
You don't want to be a space communist?
Listen, I really feel like I could pull it off.
Chances
rules
are,
for
whatever
it.
you play, you'll make it anime anyway. You may as well don't start with
Damn, damn.
You might as well commit.
Take
Is
it
that-
there.
It is inevitable.
I think you just have to recognize that everything actually is anime because anime has become everything.
Simpsons did it. That's what I was just saying. Yeah,
I
I
was
thought.
reading this week. Go ahead.
Good. Oh, you're good.
I was reading this week. Apparently, the most common misconception about anime is that everyone in Japan's into it, and it is still
That's
just
ridiculous.
it is still a subculture within Japan. Everyone
You
just
know-
assumes that because there's so much content that everyone's into it.
You know, there's debates over there about which is better, the dub or the sub of the King of the Hill show.
Interesting.
What? Really?
Yep.
I can think of some voice actors in Japan that could pull off a really good dub.
It's you know,
Oh my
it's
god!
amazing.
they all
Odd how we
Kansai
have the same
accents.
same argument over here about which is better, the sub or the dub.
Yep. Full circle.
Hey man, let me tell you something. Before the dub versus sub arguments, Princess Mononoke came out in both English and Japanese, and it's fucking amazing in both. They pulled out a real A+ cast.
There are
to do that
there are
fucking
some
dub.
animes with some fantastic dubs. There are also a great many animes with some
Terrible.
agree.
not.
But look,
So
remember back in the
fantastic
day where
dubs.
they used to do English covers of the songs, like with Sailor Moon? They translated the whole song into English and then re-sang it. Man, we're way past that day now. Like, they're just like, we're gonna Englishify this whole anime, and it's all about idols and singing, but we're gonna leave all of the songs in Japanese. And I'm like, what's
Yep.
the fucking point? There's a song in every goddamn episode.
Because the direct translation does not work well with the rhythm.
Wow, incredible, Pondo. How did you determine that?
And yet there's a channel called Lee and Lee that's all she does.
Yeah,
It's just
but she
recovers
spends
English
there's
dubs of
she
songs.
spends months and months working on it.
That's true.
God,
she
her
does.
parody
And she's
videos
fantastic,
are
though.
incredible. Where she's just like, here's the direct translation of the song. I am now going to stop singing for 20 seconds while I wait for the song to catch up.
I remember once watching a sub of one of the old Macross shows, and there was like the main characters were talking, and there was like music in the background, just literally just background music, and it had down the side of the screen the translation for the lyrics and the music while the characters were talking across the bottom of the screen.
Yep. Wow, man. Fan subs, remember? I can't even. Oh, I'm so glad that they died. Anyway, this show is.
I'm pretty sure you're talking about a bridge series, and they have not died.
I mean,
I still say that Sword Art Online Abridged is actually better than the original anime.
it's really not that hard to be better than the original anime.
That's fair.
They made the whole.
They fixed it really well, though.
They made some parts much more awkward, which I had to stop watching because of it.
I mean, I stopped watching Sword Art Online when it was clear that the author's only go-to plot line was girl gets raped, Kirito shows up midway through and stops it. Sometime around the fifth occasion that happened, I was like, God damn, man, could you get an original plot for once in your life? Like, you're being paid millions of dollars to do this.
Yeah, that's why he's keeping the millions of dollars and keeping it simple.
I mean, I guess that is a simple plot if you're a basic bitch.
Yeah, he's a basic bitch with a lot of money.
All right. We got anything else to cover before we get this done?
No?
No.
Let me write down the skip intro time for those people who don't like to listen to the podcast. Next week is all podcast, but what? We always skip intros on this show.
No, I mean, do we podcast on this show? I don't
Sometimes
think we
do.
I guess there's this very few occasion where it goes past like the fifth. Like
some people, you know that there's someone who only shows up to watch the intros to my shows.
Yes, it is also my future mother and father-in-law.
Okay. Okay. I'm working that one out. Oh, you mean Cotton's parents?
Yes.
You know, I feel really bad knowing that they watch the intros. Because sometimes I'm just like, you know, fuckity fuck. And then a couple weeks later, I'm like, it's not just Cotton's parents that watch this show. Sometimes my grandmother hears about this. I wonder if I should clean up my language. And the next day, I'm just like, fuck! Previously on this show, Lycus Santoro made a confusing series of decisions that I'm really not sure how it's going to play out. He told the Inquisitor that he'd be alright on his own, detaching, going to search out the last strongholds of some chaos stuff, doing some investigation down in a factory that had been burned down. Will he or won't he contact the rogue trader? It never was actually clear to me. He said he was going to, but then he never did. Will the Death Watch show up? Who knows? We cut in as the Valkyrie is descending in a massive tunnel down to the level that the factory's on. In the back of this Valkyrie, we find Kalrak, who's not piloting the ship, going through some of the armory that's been left there, including a note left by Inquisitor Calidus Innovis, a power sword, and some sort of rifle.
Melt-a-gun.
Melt-a-gun, sure.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely pick it up and then recognize that it is the same sword that we appropriated from that Chaos Marine. It's now been reconsecrated. Correct. To serve the Imperium once again.
The tech priest has finished his work, the Acolyte.
I'm gonna call Antipho over, and I'm gonna hand him the missile launcher.
Antipo's weapon list is completely full.
You know, he's was gonna ditch some stuff.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear how this goes.
Yeah, but I'm gonna pull out the one remaining crack missile I have. Yeah. You have one shot. Don't fess it up. And then I'm gonna hand him the missile.
You know, now you said that, he's gonna immediately F it up.
Yeah. Well, I had to figure out earlier, I forgot that he's wearing power armor because it's heavy 6, but because he's wearing power armor, he bypasses the strength requirement for heavy weapons. So he's able to actually wield the thing. Because usually you'd have to be, I think, a strength 6 to wield it. Unless you're Astartes or in power armor.
Or you take the brace action first.
But to be able to shoot and scoot, you'd have to have strength 6. But he's in power armor now, so. But yeah, I replaced it with a melt again. That's what I got after from all of our goodies.
Yeah, I was going to divest myself of the bolt pistol.
Okay, that's pretty.
Maybe the las gun.
Bite your
Imagine
tongue,
like
sir.
a Deus Ex style inventory section here where you've got no room for the missile launcher, so you just drop the bolt pistol on the ground.
Resident Evil.
There was a
Can
there
I
was a-
eat all these green plants?
There was a video done, I don't remember, this is a long time, like back in, I don't know, 07, 08, of a guy. It's like he was holding replications of all of the Doom guys' weapons, like, 1 through 10 or 1 through 9 or whatever. And he was trying to do an obstacle course with like all of this shit on him as he's waddling around.
Rooster Teeth did that immersion.
Was it?
They-
Okay. I just remember
Where
seeing it.
they pretty much took Doom Guy's entire repertoire and had him go to obstacle course.
Yeah.
Did not end well.
That
No,
reminds
it
me
didn't.
of the scene in Iron Man 2 where Justin Hammer is like, here's a complement of weapons. Not big enough for you? Let me show you this shotgun. Not working for you? Here's a fucking chain gun. Here's
Call it
my piece
Puff the
de
Magic
resistance.
Dragon.
It's a tiny little missile. And he's like, I'll take it. He's like, what do you mean? He said,
Yes.
all of it.
Arma's ruined me for that stuff because like the weight, yes, it's like a realistic amount of weight.
Arma.
It's like I have my main weapon and then some grenades, and then that's it.
I just figure the issue is that Antipho's equipment grid is like all these weapons, and every single spot is filled up with sandwiches. Every space for all the weapons.
He didn't organize his inventory enough, so he's like has random sandwiches clogging up the area.
See, his problem is Kalrak is like, all right, I'm in combat. I have this weapon and this weapon. All right, let's go. I just charge into combat, and then Antipho's like sitting there with this weapon wheel up. He's like, oh, I could use this, but I want to save that ammo for later. Maybe this one. He's just got like all of this. It's like going through a Pip Boy and you just got 30 million weapons on your person.
And this is how you get 2 episode finales.
Yeah.
No, this is not how you get 2 episode finales. I'll show you that power later. That's where I'm like, so you guys want to talk about cats and pizza real quick? What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Coffee.
Coffee ice cream? Oh,
Yeah.
Sid Alpha.
Stop it.
I lost all level of respect for you in one moment.
Remember what ice cream
That's
tastes like?
fun.
It's actually interesting, tasty ice cream. I can kind of get behind it. I'm not a big
Stay
coffee
on
fan, but
target.
it's interesting.
Stay on target.
I mean, I'm waiting for us to get teleported to the new map.
As you are landing, I would just like to know, did you contact the rogue trader and offer your services in exchange for the Death Watch compliment, or have you just decided to ignore that guy and deal with the problem you have at hand right now on your own?
Well, the deal was I give myself up, and
Correct. You help
I
him
join him.
search for the Noctilith.
Okay.
You help him search for the Noctilith, and he will help you with your Patriarch and Gene Stealer problem.
Yes. Okay. Because I thought it was he was going to give us the Death Watch if I decided to join him and leave with him at the Rogue Trader.
Correct. Which is why I'm trying to figure that out right now, where their Death Watch is.
I'll assist him to looking for the Noctilith, but
Okay, so as you're landing, you're getting reports from across the planet that in 1s and 2s, Deathwatch Space Marines are being teleported down and beginning to move in on the hive.
excellent.
So while you're landing, you can see that Adeptus Sororitas has set up a base camp in the ruins of the factory. And by ruins of the factory, what I really mean is imagine an enormous factory that has been reduced to like a 2-foot tall pile of ash. And then all the ash has been brushed away in a certain area to provide a landing zone. But you don't see any Adeptus Sororitas personnel there. There is a guy waving a gun at you, however, with 3 other hooded figures behind him. And he's saying, "Land now! Get that vehicle down here! I'm commandeering it!"
Wait, who's this?
He looks like a human male, 5'8", brown hair. Just wearing some, like, cast off Imperial Guard armor, carrying a las gun.
Is there any other people in the area?
Yes, there are 3 hooded figures standing behind him. One of them is very large, like 9 foot tall.
Fucking Dark Angels, man.
When you don't immediately react, he's just like, get that down here, okay? My name is Lycus Santoro. I'm commandeering your vehicle. Land immediately. He pulls out a bolt pistol with his other hand, and now he's waving both of them at the cockpit.
Valkyrie
ours?
bolt pistol.
Yes.
Valkyrie bolt pistol.
I
This
almost
guy
I mean,
just
we're not
land.
we're also not flying, so
Have we got a good sight on this? Like, can we see this guy clearly?
Yes.
Okay, and he's clearly not like us, only because we've been warned about time issues by Peter. Okay,
I just want to kill. I just want us to land just to kill this man for trying to impersonate me.
I mean, we were planning to land here, weren't we? That was the plan originally, anyway.
Indeed, let's land. I want to speak with this Lycus Santoro.
it's that meme of Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man.
So the guy heads to the back of the ship and knocks his hand on the drop ramp for you to open it up.
I'm gonna have my melta-gun at the ready.
The
I want
rest
to
of
have my
his
heavy
crew spreads
flamer
out
at the
behind
ready.
him. He's like, "Okay, guardsmen, get out the vessel. We need to commandeer this ship immediately." Okay.
Whose authority?
The authority of the Imperial Inquisition.
Do you have identification?
He says, "I'm Lycus Santoro, hero of the Imperium. You don't need any more identification."
Yes, I need identification.
I mean, all of his men heft their weapons and point them at all of you. And he's
I mean, I have my
"No,
heavy
you don't need
flamer."
our identification." When the Imperial Inquisition,
I point my melta-gun back at Mr. Runs' mouth.
I mean, there's a
do
lot
sug-
of weapons charging up noises at this moment.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I also have my arc pistol out.
When the
Yeah.
Inquisition commandeers a ship, you get the hell out of it or you die.
Here's the issue. You are not the Inquisition.
So he brushes back his cloak, and he actually does have a rosette at his waist, and he says, "That's right, jackass."
You're not Lycus Santoro. This is Lycus Santoro.
Turns, and he looks at him, and he says, "Oh shit, that is Lycus Santoro. Sorry, I've been impersonating you. It's really easy to get things done around here if I just tell them I'm Lycus Santoro."
Yes, that's the unfortunate part.
Okay, I am Inquisition, so get the hell off of this ship. It's mine now.
I am also Inquisition. It is mine.
Got ourselves an Inquisitional standoff, boys.
He turns to look back at his guys, and like one of them is like shaking, like, "Oh no! Oh, is there conflict?" And he's like, "Steady yourselves, men. We are the Inquisition, and they are a slightly different Inquisition, but they will be easily defeated if this comes to blows, which it won't, because they would be foolish to engage us.
I'm
Surrender
going to
the
need
ship
your
immediately.
identification.
We
Just kind
require
of
it."
look over at the others. They don't know us very well.
I'm going to need your identification.
I'm gonna need your identification. No, I don't. You're like a Centauro.
Which Inquisitor do you serve?
Calidus Cinevis.
Well, that's interesting.
And what is your name?
Name's Hughes. Acolyte Hughes. This is Preacher Osborne, Tech Priest Shepherd, and my orc mercenary, Bayers.
Say orc?
That explains the hood.
So he takes his hood off, and you can very clearly see he's a huge orc.
Oh, that explains the size. Why are you needing my vessel?
We have places to go, things to do, people to kill, inquisitions to inquisit.
Like,
Why do
what?
you need this vessel?
For my transport.
Well, you just
Have you-
landed here, so I assume you don't need it now because you're getting off.
Yes, but I'll need it when I come back after investigating
I'll
the
have
area.
someone send a less nice troop transport for you.
No.
I need the Valkyrie's drop shoot system now.
Tough.
You know, it explains why Calidus sent us here. Probably to clean up their mess.
It's nice to want
You heard
things.
directly from Calidus?
Yes.
Who do you think we work for?
I mean, lots of people work for Calidus. He doesn't talk to any of them.
He talks to me.
Okay, well, that makes you real special. This is still my ship now. He puts his foot on the boarding ramp. He's like, "See, I got my foot on it."
I have
Step
both
on.
of my much larger feet on it.
I aim at his head.
I mean, listen, I gotta be honest. There's like a whole bunch of guns pointing at Lycus as well now.
Okay, I have
Lycus,
a
we can
heavy
make
flamer
this
pointing
work.
back.
We are where we need to be.
He could just ask nicely instead of being a dick about it.
It's more of the principle of the matter at this situation. And he's indeed being a dick about it. What I want to make a suggestion for you is to call in and a pickup for yourself.
We did call in and pick up. They told us that you would be in the area. Apparently, you left your transponder on.
I told them to be in here. This is a checkup as to say, hey, I am here. Can I call up the adept?
Yes. The Armory Adept? Whose
Yes,
name
or
you've literally
whoever-
never gotten? Yeah. He gets
Whoever
on his
lent
list.
me the Valkyrie. which
Yeah,
I think was
His
Yeah. name
it's
is
just
Hey
behind
You.
the desk as normal on the Vox, and he's just like, yes. Lycus, what can I do for you?
Why is this man? I don't even remember his name.
Oh, Acolyte Hughes. Yeah, I can see him
Yes.
back there on the camera. Hi!
Why is he trying to take my transport?
Oh, well, he needs a transport, and you don't.
I need it to leave.
Oh, don't worry. We'll have a transport there to pick you up in like 3 hours. He needs it to leave too.
He can wait.
Well, you technically outrank me, so that's your choice, but he also outranks me, so... would you like me to call the Inquisitor?
And the Inquisitor is busy at the moment.
Yeah? That's why I said that, because I knew you wouldn't go for it.
We lost James.
We lost James.
Never mind. Let's just hang up.
As much as I
Yes.
want to atomize this idiot, let's just go.
Well, we have to do that camera order thing now.
Oh, well, no, that's right, because he's first in the camera order. Damn.
So it's James Atomic Sid Pondo.
Yep, we got it.
Okay, well, you got it. One of the members of his squad steps forward. Is like, okay, listen, we're all servants of the God Emperor here. I'm sure that we can resolve this without violence in a way of friendship and teamwork.
I think when he moves forward, I shift the to aim the arc pistol at his head, and I raise one of my guns to point at what's his name?
Ask nicely.
Can we please have the Valkyrie?
All right, let's go.
We need it.
So do I need to recycle camera or?
No,
No,
we're good.
we
No,
did
we're
it
good.
for you.
I will
Using the
leave
power
you with
signs.
one. I'll leave you with one piece of warning. Do not attempt to use my identity again. If you need a way to get your own business through, do find out your own.
Acolyte Hughes looks at you and says, I will acknowledge that I've heard you say that. Then he dramatically flares his cloak and reholsters his gun. He turns away from you and starts boarding the ship and says, come on, team. We've got heresy to deal with.
What are the
Guess we step
chances of
off.
my being able to blow that transport up? with a crack
No, we
missile?
need it.
Oh,
Well, one crack missile is probably not
you
going to
have a
bring the
crack
Valkyrie
missile
down.
and you're at point blank range and the interior is
Oh.
open. You could just
It's-
blow out the front end of the cockpit and kill everyone.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
So
It's armored.
tempting.
Don't
So
waste
tempting.
it.
So tempting. It wouldn't be a waste.
I gave it to you because you're the only one that can fucking use it. Stop it.
I could use it.
You've got a heavy flamer, though.
That's true.
I gave it to him to spread the like the AP around.
The heavy. The
And
heaviness.
Eshairr can't kill. She might be able to carry it.
I don't know. I mean, she wouldn't be able to use it like
You can break.
100% efficiency.
Well, yeah, there'd probably be a penalty to it. I just imagine it
So have they
firing
left
it
yet?
as next one.
Have they left yet, Arthur?
Yes, their ship is taking off and turning and heading back up.
Our
No,
ship.
we should have asked what happened to the sororitas that were here guarding this place.
That would have been a great question, wouldn't it?
Have you got a radio signal for them?
Yeah, you can vox them. They are, however, turning the transponder inside of the Valkyrie back off again. But you get the orc on the line, and he says, "Hello."
Can you direct me to your leader?
Me, leader.
Hughes.
Use tiny. Me, big. Me speak good Gothic.
You speak adequate Gothic. Let me speak to Hughes.
Bears is thankful for compliment.
I'm waiting.
Bears questions what you like to know.
I wish to ask him about the sororitas in this area.
Oh, tiny ladies.
Yes.
Yes, go in whole. Split up to cover more ground. Efficient.
Can you direct me to Hughes?
Yeah. Hugh's sitting right beside me.
Hand the phone over to him.
You can hear something happening, and someone goes, "No, Bear! Don't rip the console out! No! Stop!" And you say, "Hand over to Hughes." And they're all just like, "Oh my God, Bear, we gave you one job! One job! You think this is a joke?"
Should have worked with an orc commando. Be smart enough.
Get a separate call, Vox to Vox, from Hughes.
What happened to the sororitas in the area?
Yes, when I arrived, they were setting up a base camp. I needed to pilfer some of their supplies, so I sent them into the tunnels. They said that they would split up in order to cover more ground. I told them that would be ridiculous. Everyone knows that every encounter needs to be perfectly balanced with every member of your warband.
So you took their equipment?
I took Inquisitorial equipment under my authority.
Okay.
Look, they won't need it. I'm sure they're all going to die. I mean, they didn't listen to my clearly superior knowledge of underground operations. Anything they run into one-on-one is going to overwhelm and destroy them unless it's some sort of small gene stealer child with a knife.
I'm closing the comms now.
Oh, well, it was nice hearing from you. As you're closing the comms, you can hear him practicing talking like you.
I have a feeling we're going to have to kill that man later.
I hope that aircraft
I hope
crashes
it comes
into the
sooner
ground.
rather than later.
I mean, we
You
did
still
have a
have
perfect
him in range of the
opportunity.
crack
There.
missile.
So you can hear him going, "I'm like a Centauro, hero of the Imperium. I'm closing comms now." He's getting, like, as it's happening, he's getting pretty close to matching your accent.
Going to have to kill him.
So these tunnels seem to be the way forward then.
I heard him say the word Zinch. Blow him out of the sky.
This man's been running around impersonating me, saying the words of the word of change. Well, it's actually a good idea.
He tripped.
You can
and
make
shot,
him pay for your crimes.
Look, he tripped and shot himself in the back of the head. It happens. It's just a thing.
Only to the
Three
enemies of
times.
Vladimir
only
Putin.
It
three
was
times.
obvious suicide.
Antipho, write that down. Save that for later.
Like, don't have anything to write on or
Give us a
with.
sandwich or something. I don't care.
Write it on the sandwich. He gets like 8 ketchup packets.
Finishes and then takes. Oh shit!
You've got carapace armor on. I'm just pull out the knife and we'll just scratch it into the arm.
At this point, you can hear someone calling over a small Vox at the base camp, just like, "This is Sister 4 to base camp. Sister 4 to base camp. Is anyone there?"
I'll answer. Yes, this is like a Centauro. And not...
You sound different.
This is the actual like a Centauro.
Did you get hit in the throat?
No.
Well, as you suggested, we probably would have been better off staying together. I haven't heard from 5 or 1 in some time, but I have encountered an enemy stronghold. I believe it to be a group of survivors of the Chaos Cultist persuasion. There's some chanting and lots of loud, high Gothic, something about Dark Inquisitions and such.
That would be our.
We should get down that.
Yes, call back your other sisters.
Well,
to regroup on your
only
position.
one other is in contact with me.
You and
Can
your
she
sister
guide us
pull
in?
back. We'll go into.
Oh, yes, of
investigate.
course I can guide you in. I have pretty good memory, so allow me to give you the directions. Right, left, left, right, down, up, left, right. A, B, A, B.
That's the Konami code, not the.
That's not even
Not the-
close to the Konami code.
No.
But yeah, she does tell you how to reach her current location.
Conversely, wherever the other sisters disappeared, there may be other enemy forces there as well. But if that sounds like a base of operations, then that's probably a good place to start.
Indeed.
Yes, certainly go after the strong point first.
Maybe it'll need a crack missile.
Oh,
Then you hear someone call in and say, "This is 2. I was just listening in. Is everything okay?" Hello? So then there's like, "This is 4. I was just on the radio with Lycus Santoro, but he seems to have broken contact. He's not talking to us anymore. Why don't you come to my
Yes,
position?"
a reply. Sorry, I was distracted. Yes.
Is that Lycus? Did you get hit in the throat or something?
No, this is the actual Lycus Centauro. The other one
Yes,
was an
we
imposter.
just spoke with you a few minutes ago.
He was an imposter.
Are you sure? He seemed pretty
Yes.
real. He had a rosette. How do we know that you're not the imposter?
Because I can actually give you the proper identification.
All right, I'm coming back. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to check your identification.
The list of people we might have to kill. This is off, Fox. It's getting incredibly long.
We can meet them part way. We know the route they're taking.
I'm curious, why is it everyone we're encountering today seems somehow incompetent?
It's
That's
going to be
okay.
one of those
Warhammer
questions.
days.
40K, I guess.
It's a great question, Antipho.
Yeah.
We might need to kill that guy.
I'm surprised you only noticed today.
We need to kill that guy and we need to kill that adept.
Wow, that's the most Eldari thing I've ever heard. Wow. That's a double whammy.
The adept is adequate for now. He's getting better. The Hughes guy just made a whole new shit list. In fact, I actually need to fill a void for the one of Tyler and Aspects. That actually works out fine.
Do we get the 4 of you transiting into the under tunnels of the hive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
About halfway to the rendezvous point, you run into 2 sisters who both hold up heavy flamers in their power armor, and they're like, "Stop there! I want to see your identification."
So I will hang back from the rest of the group as well. Just A,
Yes.
covering the rear, B, making sure that I'm not the first thing the sisters see.
Smart.
Yeah, Lycus will hold out his rosette, which probably has his identification or whatever, whatnot.
You gave that rosette back to the Inquisitor.
Oh,
And you lost your other rosette in like the first episode.
wouldn't I have just gotten a new one?
Nope. You have no rosettes. You do have identification.
I just give my
Identifying
identification.
you as, all right. She's just like, okay, this looks all right, but he had a rosette and you don't.
I like that the sisters are looking at two dudes in power armor, Inquisitional power armor. This probably has a stylized eye in
Yeah,
the middle of it, and a space marine, and they're super cautious.
I mean, anyone can wear armor.
Because he stole it, like he's attempting to steal Centaur's identity. Are you stupid?
Have you seen pictures of Lycus Santoro? Which is
I've
my
seen
pictures?
grainy footage of him from a balcony.
They really didn't get a good close up, did they? Do you need me to call it in so that way they can have you verify it's me?
No. You are wearing Inquisitorial power armor, so I'm going to tentatively trust you.
And so is he.
So is who?
He points at the other one in power armor. And Tifo's also wearing power armor, remember?
Hello.
They both got
Are
the
you
same
also
Inquisitorial
like a
power armor.
Santoro? They say one of them raising their flamer towards him.
No, it's a
No,
person,
he's-
not a clan. What the heck?
No,
Are
I
you
just wanted
on
to see
something?
how. Listen, we are trained.
Maybe you're hungry.
Sorokos.
Do you need a sandwich?
No, we're trying to make sure you're not all lying to us. This is a very confusing situation.
And stop pointing the flamers at us. It's very disconcerting. I can point the melting gun at you if that's how we want to play it.
Would it make you feel better?
I mean, my gun has further range than you do, and it will
No, I
vaporize you before your fire hits me.
Look, it's clear that obviously we're all on the same side, probably. If you need to feel better by pointing a gun at me, go ahead. I feel better pointing a gun at this creature, and she points to Antipho. For some reason, I really just want to set him on fire.
Well, I can't exactly blame you for that one, but
Just kind of cock my head, eyes narrow a little bit, and arc pistol slowly raises into view.
Here's my suggestion to everybody in this situation. We'll be proceeding where you've been going. You can head back and guard the front post. You'll find that the one who claimed to be like a centaur has taken your equipment.
because he's a dick.
He is.
His name is
Huge dick.
Hughes. So if you need to call back, you'll be able to find him.
Or file a complaint or execute him for heresy or something. You just
I'm
pick
sure
one.
we'll get this sorted out in 3 to 5 years.
I prefer execution.
So the one that
Execution.
called 4 turns to 2 and says, we'll just file all the correct paperwork. I'm sure that the administratum will sort it out in a timely fashion.
I'll make sure it's pushed forward for you.
I'll vox to Lycus as well to say you might want to let them know before I turn up so they don't flame me straight away.
Yes, we also have a friend that's back there. Please do not.
She's Eldari. Don't kill her. She's with us.
They both have a huge sigh, and they're just like, are you sure you're not the same as that other guy? He had an orc.
Do you see an
Who would
orc?
want to walk around with an orc?
Hey, do you see an orc amongst us?
Well, I don't see an Eldari either. That's because they're stealthy
Well,
thieves who
currently-
skull dug in the night.
I mean, you're not wrong, but she's on our side.
Knife-eared little bitches. The two
Sounds
of
like you
them-
have a personal problem.
two
Am
of
I
them-
the only one who's concerned about the reports of Dark Inquisition up ahead, and we're standing here arguing about
Yes,
who
I'm
does what?
trying to get us forward, please.
The two of them have their weapons. They're like, well, we've got orders, so good luck with that Dark Inquisition. We're going to call for different orders when we get back to the base camp.
You do that.
That's fine. The rest of your forces are gone or something. But if you would step aside.
Oh, boy.
I'll rejoin the group.
I don't know whether they want a shoulder check. Kalrak now. No, they'll let you go past. Speaking of, by the way, Atomic, I just noticed you need to turn your camera off.
How do I?
Camera order did not, in fact, successfully go through.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's right.
It is, yes, we're good now. Sid, turn yours on. No, wait, turn yours off. Atomic
You just
never turned
need
his
to
camera off.
cycle-
This is the
cycle-
thing.
Cycle your camera.
All
There
right,
you go.
now you can do it.
All right. I'm gonna.
We're back. We're back.
All right.
Professional setup here, guys.
Professional
Seamless.
AF.
So good. Yeah, they let you pass before continuing along their way, and they start exchanging discussion while walking away from you about which Lycus Santoro they like better, since they both seem like they were real dicks.
I don't know. We didn't steal all their shit. So
It's true. We at least warned them about that.
yeah.
I really want to kill that Hughes guy now.
We had a perfect opportunity.
Yeah,
I mean,
especially
right
if
when
it's
they were going on board that crack missile, right up there, would have been glorious.
As we're walking down the tunnel, Kalrak's just, I cannot wait to get off this fething planet and get away from these fething idiots.
Indeed. Shall we go find someone to kill?
Yes, lads, I desperately need it after this shenaniganry. Is that the right word, shenaniganry? I heard it from a Gosman. It seems appropriate.
Works for me.
Ooh, this is an interesting map.
Honda made it.
there are
Nice.
some bits missing, which
Yeah.
I don't know how
Oh,
to
trust
fix.
me, I know that.
Yeah. There used to be like a whole bunch of shipping crates over this area.
Trying to see if I realize if like any of these assets from any other games.
It's
I'll
possible.
be right back. I can just hear a screaming child. 1 second.
Mhm.
There used to be like a tower over here for like building. This one's floating because there used to be a building there. I used to have like satellite dishes everywhere because I had it thought like the Patriarch
Yeah.
was using that to send communications out.
Yeah. I thought you were working on stuff for your 5e game. This is bitching though.
I hate both.
The Emperor will not judge you by your medals and diplomas, but by your scars.
I want to say some of these assets are from Company of Heroes because it just seems super familiar to me, like the barricades and stuff.
Barricades
But-
might be.
I just know
Um,
people rip stuff from that game a lot. So.
Well, that and Dawn of War and
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, some of these in Dawn of War 2 or Dawn of War 1. Sorry, I like its
yeah.
statue. It's pretty cool.
I really have no idea unless I need to save the objects and then make the map.
And I need to look into
Mm,
making map stuff. But
Someone more experienced in map making than I am for Tabletop Simulator may know the answer, but I don't. Actually, one other person I could just contact at any point in time because I know who they are.
well, you could always post a question in the TTS 40K Discord has a map channel. You could probably post a question in there.
This is also true. I feel like if I respond in there, it'll open a floodgate, and I'm not prepared for.
I mean, I've seen most of the chat I see in there is pretty. As long as you stay out of like the memes channels, it's pretty civil. So
Yeah.
they're pretty helpful.
This area over here probably took about the longest.
Yeah, so you have to assemble all that.
Yep.
Wow.
You know, I really appreciate you setting all this up so that I could destroy all the stuff that didn't exist and then make it look a little better.
Well, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah,
I appreciate
I-
the effort.
It
no,
I mean, really, this area didn't take me that long. It was mostly just picking them up and dropping them on each other. I'm glad the one area that took me the longest actually made it.
Yeah.
We'll never get to that probably, but it's fine. Initially, the plan was like, this is the starting area, and then you pick which way you want to go. And like this area was like kind of walled off. I'm trying to just tab.
No, I mean it looks kick-ass. There's a lot. I like the variability. You've got open spaces, and you also got some more like,
Yeah.
closer stuff.
This area was pretty much just a straight up kill team map.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of just shipping crates.
Yeah.
Someday.
Probably. I wonder if somebody's put in like all the Sector Mechanicus terrain yet for kill team and stuff.
Maybe. I know that this stuff, the platforms over there are.
Yeah.
Sorry,
that's
back.
good.
What did I miss?
Just talking about the map while we're waiting on you to get back.
Explaining all the things that didn't make it because I couldn't figure out how to do it.
Some of the assets
Oh,
didn't survive.
did you make this one, Pondo?
Well, half of it.
95%. Yeah. I'm about to make the last half of it.
Knocking it all over.
Yeah. This area here had a whole bunch of shipping crates that didn't make it for some reason. And there used to be like satellite dishes.
You could always copy and paste shipping crates now.
Could I? I don't want to attempt that. I don't want to mess things up because it's already. It's fine.
No.
So can we grab our sheets and cards now, or you still need Arthur?
Please do.
I need the thing that caused me not to just get burned myself
Wow, that
when
did
I
not
fail
work.
with the heavy flamer.
But you just don't fail.
I don't know. You know, as the other night, it was a lot. It was complications and critical successes out the wazoo.
And could I get deputized again when you go sec, Arthur? I lost that one. I dropped off before.
No, I don't need
Someone
you
just
there.
gave me their card.
It was me on accident. I don't know where I am. There I am.
Object collision on this map is so bad.
You've done well to get some of the cultists into the middle levels of these buildings. It's pretty hard sometimes on TTS.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're all lacking again.
I'll look through and lock the things that might need to be locked.
All right, so allow me to describe what is happening here. As you all come down, you can see that there is a meeting ongoing. As the sound of the elevator's descent to their level makes itself obvious, cultists begin rushing into position. We're seeing a lot of symbols of chaos, undivided, the symbol of the Dark Inquisition. There are a number of followers here who either just have generic chaos tattoos or Tzeentch. They're actually shouting the name of Tzeentch, these chaos cultists who are near the front end, but instead of saying Tzeentch, they're saying like Zinc or TZ or Z-Man. It sounds like they're kind of afraid to fully articulate the name of their dark
Hipster
god.
cultists.
Up top here, we have two groups of cultists in some manner of cover that have guns of medium range instead of just pieces of garbage. Knives. Friends, you may start anywhere on the elevator that you would like.
Anywhere on the elevator. You know what? Just be right up front. Why not? Right with the heavy flamer where I need to be.
Is there actually cover on the elevator? Like how you've got the
Yes.
the walls of the platform up? Okay.
But you also need to jump down off of the elevator to walk on the floor.
Hmm.
All of these are troops that you see currently. I'm sure this is a new concept for all of you troops of Chaos Cultists.
You mean mobs?
Yes. That is what I mean. Okay, so you guys have all chosen to just cover up and move as far forward as possible.
Well, we've got two people in power armor and two people with sniper rifles. So I think when we have to move, we
Gonna
can.
be in sight.
Yeah. When we have to actually start moving, you guys should move first, and we can provide cover fire until you get to some solid cover. There's a lot of open space, and then we can move up after you.
It is the plan. I have a plan.
It
Not
is
gonna be a
your
great
turn
one,
first, friends. So if you have a plan to deploy, now would be the time to do it.
Is it the whole movement to jump down?
It's whatever the movement is to jump down, which looks to be about 6 inches.
Okay, so it'd be whole movement. So I shall jump down. Where did I go? Okay, there I am.
You just hit your face on everything as you jumped. Is what happened. Like, don't
sneezing in the background.
Yeah, I didn't want to mention it, but that 100% sounded like Cotton sneezing.
It was.
It was.
Am I in range? I am in range.
That's where we're at now, is that we could just recognize who's sneezing. So incredibly specific.
Hell is this?
What, this thing?
It's a random tile. It just popped up. They just showed it. Just popped into being for me. I didn't know what it was. Right.
I'm going to take my heavy flamer and I'm going to whoosh that group over there.
Okay. What's the range on the heavy flamer?
16. Shit. But that was
It's
a little bit more than that.
No,
That's
it's enough.
enough.
You'll only be able to hit the front end of the group, but yeah.
That's and that's not enough, maybe.
What's your movement?
6, so it took my
6,
whole
okay.
movement down there.
Okay, I got you.
Can I move again then shoot?
Which adds
Sounds
difficulty.
like a question
doesn't
for James.
I figure that would just add difficulty.
Yeah, it would increase the DM by 2.
I feel like I'm okay with this.
Yeah, if you can get a whole group with a flamer, I mean, their mobs are hosed.
It would
With
be ideal.
Holy Promethean.
I'm not too afraid at the moment to get shot.
Difficulty is 5 now.
It is fine. I am not within half range, I don't think. No. So, heavy flamer. I have a ballistic skill of 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. It's a critical, unfortunately, but fortunately.
I'm gonna go ahead and give myself another rune real quick.
Yeah. Is 5 plus 2, so it'd be an exalt. And a critical. So I guess I need to draw the card, deck card. Card
That
deck.
would require me having the deck.
Well,
That would probably be useful to have. James, I'm going to ask you a question. What is the requirements for something to count as close range for a weapon? What's the range increment?
Half its range.
Half? Okay.
Yeah, but do you want me to spawn in the deck? Oh, you got it?
it'll take it a second.
Let's go.
Wrath. Unspeakable carnage. Target suffers 1d3 plus 3 mortal wounds.
Super dead.
Okay.
All right, so walk me through how this flamer works, because you hit and you have a choice if you want to.
It's large blast, so it targets 5 people.
Okay.
It's AP -1 and 12 plus 2 ED damage.
Okay, I mean it's gonna kill whoever you hit. It's gonna kill 5
So
people.
how many successes did you get above the 5 required to hit?
Just 2.
Okay, so you'll kill 6 guys total. So the 5 for the actual hit, and then because the extra 2 degrees of success means you get 1 more guy.
But that requires him to spend it in that way.
Yeah, not for damage. But would you need to spend damage to actually kill them?
Nope. I didn't know if we wanted to generate glory or something.
It also has
That's
the
true.
spread keyword, so.
So
wanna kill
spread means that if the damage kills 1, laps 1 guy per additional damage. So they've only got 1 wound each. So then what you do is you may actually kill the whole group if you do the work at the damage first, and excess damage might spill over and kill each one.
Yeah,
Do you want to
that.
spend for glory, or do you want to spend for more damage?
I'd rather spend for glory.
Okay.
That's fine.
So roll your damage as normal then.
Okay. 2 ED. 2, so 14 minus 1 AP.
So what's their resilience?
6.
This brings down to 8. And they've got 1 wound each, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so it will kill the 5 initial guys plus 1 more. Should be the whole thing wiped.
I didn't want them anyway.
It's okay, and we'll get Glack here soon. Or stabbed, whichever
I don't
works.
even know
You're
what that
in
means,
full
but-
power armor. You're okay.
Until they start bringing out plasmas. And
If they start bringing out plasmas, we've all got problems.
I bring out my heavy stubber.
I would be more concerned about where the hell they got plasma weapons.
From the dude
Dog.
pretending to be Lycus Centuro.
I guess. And they give us an excuse to kill them, funneling weapons to the enemy. There we
So
go.
all these cultists up here are on the same level. They're not scattered throughout this building, and they are all going to fire on Lycus. They begin peppering him with auto guns at range.
Okay. Say plasma, which was concerning.
I know
Yeah,
they
well-
don't actually have plasma weapons. I just wanted to have a distinct difference between the two groups.
That's fair. It was slightly worrying, I'm not gonna lie.
Are we doing with this card? Can I move it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, weapon skill is 5 and plus 4 for the number of people in the mob.
Make sure I shuffle that so it's not just on top.
Looking at 3 successes. Like a switch your defense.
Defense 3, so.
Okay, then you're gonna hit. 7 damage.
That is not enough.
Okay. You guys are up. Yeah, Lycus is just walking through a hailstorm of bullets. It's very concerning that he doesn't have a head plate, but you hear ricochets going off of that beautiful Inquisitorial plate.
You know, I still have a single frag grenade, and I have enough strength to yeet that thing over there. Unless Antipho wants to try an arc pistol him or something. Actually, yeah, you can do that, and then I'll save a grenade. It's my last grenade.
Are
Are you in range?
What's the distance there? I should be in range.
Yeah, you should be good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do I want to use? Yeah, I suppose I'll just arc pistol him.
Okay.
All right, so that's 9 dice. Ooh, I got a complication.
It's not good.
Weapon stuck, which is not going to work because it's not a melee weapon. Dropped item. The character drops a random item from their war gear. A grenade, an extra weapon, a data slot, survival pack. Ooh, boy, you got all kinds of weapons. Okay, I'm going to take a die, and then I'm going to go look at your sheet. And I'm not going to tell you what you dropped.
He's got so much shit. Would he even
You
notice?
dropped the bolt pistol, and you have swapped it for a...
For the
Missile
the
launcher.
rocket launcher. The missile launcher, yeah.
Mhm. Something is lost from you, and you have no idea what it is. You don't even know that it's happened. Did you get enough to hit a 3?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I had 7 successes.
Mhm,
So that'll kill 3 guys. 7. So you need 3. Yeah, 3. Yeah, kill 3 guys.
This has got 1 ED on it. Not, I don't think it'll matter, but
No.
oh, that's an extra 2. So 16 damage.
The damage don't matter. Just kills 3 guys.
Not
It's nice of him to line up like that.
See, like the what? Did you say something?
Just the visual of what Lycus did. You know, he sits like the front of on fire, and they start freaking out and running. You know, in case of fire, freak out, run like hell, and they catch the ribs of their friends on fire, and just
You say something, Antipho?
Nothing.
Man, these guys cook up well.
Ah, yes, the acrid smell of burning flesh.
Antipho, what is your defense?
I don't think it increased because of the armor. So
No,
No.
I think your defense is a 3.
3.
Your resilient, or your overall like combined resilience would have gone up a bit.
I went 2 ruin.
How much armor do you guys have? Was it 6?
5.
5? Okay.
Is this which level of power armor is this?
Ignatus?
Okay,
So
Power 2.
so it's 5 powered 2. What does powered 2 do?
Gives you
Means
plus 2 to
increase your
strength.
strength by 2.
So instead of 4, it's 6.
All right, you get a ding on your neck area right near the gorget and ricochets off. It doesn't deal any damage to you, but you do take 6 points of shock.
What?
What?
Yikes.
Yeah, it was a critical.
Oh.
Mobs can't score criticals.
These mobs can, because it says when mobs roll rat dice. Roll some, get some extra ruin and such.
Normally mobs are all rat dice. Interesting.
Yep, that's why I thought it was weird as well. But Chaos Cultists get special rules, I guess. If only we had.
Well, they're not always in a mob. They might be individuals.
It says whenever a mob attack.
Okay.
It's specific for when they are in a mob. Chaos
Yeah,
Cultists.
it's
get a
probably,
rat
it's probably
die.
bad. It's probably some bad editing there, I'd say.
If only we had someone that could tell the editing team. Oh, sorry. Anyway,
Where we hit?
Antipho, your head is ringing, and you're also staggered.
Hey, welcome to the club.
You all are up.
So, I'm trying to see if there's anybody. I don't know if I have the awareness. I want to see if there's anybody with a special weapon of any kind, like sniper.
On this field right now?
Yeah,
Yes, please make an
looking,
awareness check.
looking through
absolutely.
my sniper scope.
Yep. Do you have
Any type-
presence?
I do not have presence. Let's see, what is my...
If you had presence, I would tell you
So-
immediately that there is something going on.
Let's say yeah, well, I don't.
Probably the ones that just shot me.
Probably. Let me just move these away.
That almost maxed out my shock.
Yeah, I
we
bet.
should
That's
not do that.
sucks taking a
That's
critical hit,
left
doesn't
me
it?
with 1.
I got
Start spending
4,
wrath
5,
to
6,
blue
and a
shock.
critical success. Or 6 on the wrath die, anyway. So,
Would you like to spend all of that to learn everything that's here?
yes, I would actually.
Very well. You notice that the 2 cargo containers located here, and the other one that they're standing on top of, there are chains and locks on top of them that appear to have some sort of tiny remote detonator set on them. And you can see that there is blue gene stealer blood around those entrances, almost as if someone has stuffed gene stealers into these containers and is waiting for just the right moment for you to walk into a kill zone to pop them
They were
out.
playing to keep them, weren't they?
Yeah, so as I'm...
Oh,
I mean,
wait, my
oh,
good
keep going.
friend.
But wait, there's more.
There is more.
All right, no. all about it.
Lurking in the ceiling, hidden in some chains, is a fucking enormous Magos. A combination of both technology and flesh. Clearly some form of Dark Mechanicus version of Magos Biologus, who is hanging in the ceiling at the top of this area, secretly watching and waiting for this whole battle to go down while they Palpatine it from the back of the room.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really
That
far.
tower-
away.
It's not actually Belisarius Call, is it?
It is not
No.
Belisarius Call, unfortunately.
Actually, that's not even call. That's not a call. That's a Dominus model. I know because I have one. If that tower was not in the way, I have line of sight, or I have the range that tower was blocking line of sight.
I mean, it's even higher up than that tower because he's like hanging in chains on the ceiling as he Dr. Octopus's.
So you do have line of sight?
Well, no, I think the
He does
thing
not have
that
line of
tower's
sight. He's
I have
getting
the
quick
range, but I don't
glimpses
have the
between
range.
the chains, and his super keen
Yeah.
senses allow him to hear the chains jangling.
or yes, it is flash of sunlight or something off. When I say sunlight, I
You're
guess
way
a
too
light.
deep for flashes
Well,
of sunlight.
a light of some sort.
Sunlight has never touched this land.
Yeah, probably not. So, wow, these guys really need some sun. Yeah, as I'm scanning, I see all this. I'm, looking. Earpiece, just calling it out. I'm definitely telling Eshairr because Eshairr's got a scope and can also see this. Plus, she's got presight.
Mm-hmm.
This group up here, do I see any type of leader or anybody with a fancy hat? Maybe.
Nope.
Well, I'm going
to be scattered, divided, leaderless.
All right. Well, I'm going to wait and see if I see a guy through this window. If it's pinging right, that window right there. I'm gonna try and take his
Correct. You can do so. Yes.
dirty little head off.
I know that there are no models back in there, but if we were playing in real life, I would have shoved all the models in that specific area because that's where I mean them to be.
I got you. All right.
You want to shoot a guy? You can shoot a guy.
I indeed would like to shoot a man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's my other ones?
Guy walks by the window and then he hears, "It's hot, dude." He starts trying to walk backwards. Other people are pushing him into place. He's like, "No, wait, please, no."
Yeah. Well, the correct thing to do is
Save
always
me, Lord
to be
Zink.
Lord Zink and Lord Copper. Oh, that was close. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
You want to up for damage or take a glory?
If I up for damage, can I punch through one guy and hit a guy behind him?
Well, how many successes did you get? You needed 3.
think-
You got how many?
1, 2,
You got 7.
7.
7.
Total.
So that would kill 3 guys regardless. Upping damage won't increase that because your weapon hasn't got spread.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'll upshift for glory.
Okay, you guys have 2 glory now.
Nice.
3
Could I have
guys.
soaked some of that shock?
No,
No. It's just, that's what soaking is.
it's soaking wounds.
Yeah, you
If I
soak
take a
wounds to
shock.
turn it into shock.
You can use
Oh.
Wrath to regenerate your shock.
Correct.
Someone has a card to regenerate shock.
Correct.
Actually.
Yeah.
I think you have the card actually.
Essentially, I
have it,
mean,
I think.
after having scanned all the, done a little bit of recon, I see this, I see somebody in the window, I see a little movement. I'm just like sitting there waiting. It's like, as soon as I see somebody, gotcha. And they just takes that off. Well, him and I guess the guy behind him and the guy behind him, probably.
Yeah, they have a nasty habit of lining up in a row.
Well, I mean, cultists are very emaciated, so there's not a lot of mass there for the round to go through, so it just punches through a couple of them. They don't really, get their veggies. And then that's all I'm gonna do.
It's slander against cultists.
I mean, is it slander if it's true?
I mean, that's a question for the courts, I suppose. Okay. Group right here is going to advance 6 inches across the battlefield.
We're here today to see the case, the Iron Hands versus Chaos Scum.
How many
Guilty.
of these guys are there?
Or innocent, depending on who's the defendant.
Everyone's guilty.
Everyone's guilty.
Execute them all.
So they're looking at a skill of 8 plus another 1 for being in half range. That's 9 dice.
Space Marines are like, we have Exterminator. Scored's like, innocent, dismissed.
Ooh, boy, Antipho. Oh, boy. This is real bad for you, buddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And it's critical. Oh. It is a critical, but these are not the ones that get... They're not the gunmen. They're the melee. Alright, so no critical, but do get 1 upshift.
You get 3 upshifts.
I don't think I do, because I need the 3 successes, right? To hit you.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
I need...
you got it.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm rolling 4 damage dice, which is probably what I need just to even damage you. The weapon is not brutal or anything cool, so it just deals 9 points of damage.
Not enough.
That'd be 10 if it's
Still-
is it damage
Still not enough.
It's damage. Oh, you're right. It is 10. Yeah.
Still
It's
not
close.
enough.
If you
What's your
had gotten
defense?
1 more, you would have just
12.
knocked him out from shock.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's in power armor.
Well, So much for these cultists. That's probably the best shot that they're ever going to get. Right there is that. Friends, I think Eshairr is the only one who has yet to act, correct?
Correct.
I am, yes. So since I've been called to the attention of the explosives on top of the 2 canisters,
Correct.
is
Explosive
there any
light bolts.
possibility
Yeah,
is there any
they're
possibility
like door
of shooting
knockers.
the mechanism without setting it off?
You
with
want
an
to
aim
shoot
shot?
it off?
Yeah, I basically want to try and like the on the red canister. I basically want to try and lock them in by shooting off the mechanism that would blow it open,
Absolutely.
rather than triggering it.
Yeah,
Difficulty
yeah.
5.
Yeah, it's like using an anti-material rifle to.
I want to
take
tell
out
you, if you hit a
explosive.
1 on the Wrath die, it will explode as it goes flying off.
I'll give it a try then. So it's an aim shot as well.
Hopefully it's C4 and you can shoot it. Nothing happens.
Shoot it and nothing
2,
happens.
3, 4, 5, exactly 5.
You blow the device off without touching the lock. You can see the entire container shake as the creature inside is like, "Rah!" Some of the men on the ground are like, that doesn't look good. Lord Zink, help us.
Just jotting down more coordinates for melted lances. Okay, we'll leave here.
I mean, this sounds like a job for Sororitas.
Sounds like a job for the Imperial Navy.
Yeah.
You're like 50 floors beneath the surface.
You use a capital ship grade weapon on a building, it'll punch through.
Should
Oh
be able to
no, that's
punch,
not
yeah.
what it's the other 49 floors I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Who cares about that?
I got stuff that'll drill down. It's fine.
Beginning
It's
of the
just-
next
yeah.
round.
I'll go ahead and go first again, I think.
Yeah, I believe with the flamethrower you should do just that.
I'm just gonna move forward and burn as I move.
I should
shock
note
door.
you've lost sight of Mr. Flesh Magos Super Cyber.
Antipho, I would suggest maybe switching something to shoot a little bit farther away as I start flaming the group that he was working on.
What do you
You
got?
know, typical
Looks
like a
like this.
Santoro. Do as I say, not as I do.
He's got his volley gun.
wow.
Thanks for that critical hit. I'm gonna go ahead and take another ruin.
I got a lot,
Yes, I know. They're all dead.
Jesus.
They're 100%
and I'm
dead.
just gonna spin the 3 successes for glory.
Yeah, it sounds like a good plan.
Upshift.
For the first time ever, you hear over the comms, Lycus, that was well done. As Kalrak gives him the first compliment
Season finale.
he's ever heard. Season finale.
That's how you know
Kalrak, I
Kalrak's
don't
gonna die
like the
before the end of
sound.
the episode.
Kalrak, I don't care for the
I was
sound of
three.
you-
I was 3 days from Black Carapace.
God, Kalrak's like, I'm looking forward to retiring from this squad.
No, I was just looking forward to getting the hell off his planet. Wants to cross that Rubicon Primaris.
These cultists are going to fire on Antipho once again.
Is the height on these guys correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
One, two, three with 2 upshifts.
Getting some good rolls.
Shifts isn't going to be enough. And it definitely isn't. You take 0 points of damage.
Can I take an action?
Please
Hey,
do.
guys? Do you mind?
Go for it.
All right, I want to do the same thing on the green canister, but this time I actually want to set the explosive off.
Okay. Through roll a 1, you will not set it off, and you will simply shoot it off.
Okay.
It sounds like there's not really a downside here.
But,
so
you know,
that's a hit. Right,
Yeah,
that's a
you hit
there
it.
then.
You blow it right off. Some guy's foot is nearby, and he pulls his sandal back. He's like, "Oh shit! She's shooting at us! Hit that one!" And then everyone's like, well, "She didn't actually hit anybody."
Pretty small. Well,
But that'll let whatever is let whatever is inside out, right?
You're not. So I thought you were shooting it so it didn't get out.
no, he was
No,
trying to
you're
set it
right.
off on
I'm
purpose.
trying to let it out. I'm trying to actually set the explosive
Absolutely.
off
Well,
this
then
time.
actually, they all die in the process. Explosion kills all of them, and out comes a gene stealer.
Eshairr, I have questions.
I think he was expecting the gene stealer to kill them.
I mean, gene stealer's killing them on its way out.
You shoot this.
Explosion
You shoot
is-
this. You shoot the explosive, and they're like, "Oh, she's shooting at us." Wait, no, she's. Oh shit.
On the bad guy turn, the explosive you shot off explodes, and then you hear the screeching binary that lasts for several seconds until all of you are like, ooh, ooh, do I have tinnitus now? Ooh, ooh. Back to your turn.
Man, that hits close to home. Like,
Yeah.
Mop. So I can go, or one of you guys can try and move up.
I already moved, so it's either you or Antipho.
Yeah.
I can go.
Yeah. I mean, I'm essentially just going to try and take a shot at the Gene Stealer when it's my turn, so
That's what I'm doing.
that's fine. You have a, what, 48 meter range?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 150 with the rifle.
So does it take a minor action to switch weapons, or?
Yep. But if you're moving, you can switch weapons as part of a move.
Okay. So that allows me to take an aim action, right?
But if you're
no,
aiming,
I think aim you can't.
aim is an action on its own as well. Yeah.
Oh,
I
so
think you
can't do both.
Is that if you
All right.
don't move, you can aim and shoot?
You can move and aim, but the thing is, if you're taking multiple actions and you take +2 difficulty,
Yeah.
but only +1 dice for aiming. So
No, I was saying if you don't move, if you just don't move and aim and shoot, you don't get
Yeah.
the difficulty, or it
Yeah,
just
that's
cancel out or something.
yeah,
That's fine.
because we'll still take a minor action to draw then.
I'll just deal with the 9 dice instead of 10. It ain't that big a deal.
Biggest deal. That one die could matter.
Oh, that's an exalt. And 1, 2,
Very
3,
critical.
4, 5,
Again,
5,
I keep
7
asking what your
nice.
target is, but I realized that I was muted, so.
That's the Gene Stealer.
Okay. Target suffers 1 mortal wound. If they survive, they immediately acquire a memorable injury.
Hopefully won't be alive
Oh.
long enough.
Did someone have the thing which calls out a particular enemy? We need to make that scarred Gene Stealer the enemy.
I do. What you doing? Some fucking
he becomes the new patriarch.
Mordor shenanigans?
Shadow of
Okay.
Mordor.
Yeah. I mean, the
So-
card is called Nemesis.
So that's 13 damage minus 2 AP.
13 damage. It has a resilience of with minus 2 AP, it has a resilience of 8, so it'll take 5 wounds. I'm gonna try to soak.
What'd you shoot it with?
Oh, just a single shot from my volley gun.
Yeah.
It has single shot.
Minus 2 AP. Okay.
I've been learning from Kalrak.
See what happened, James, is it got stuck in a party switch and then snapped off, and so he's never actually been able to change it.
Yeah, that was the thing. He just accepted that everything is just going to be on
He just
autofire
didn't
always,
know.
because I thought that was just how the gun worked. You know,
Just-
just
I thought
how to build it.
F's are for fun.
I think Kalrak kind of probably went to his gun locker at some point in time during the night, and then just switched
Perform
all his
maintenance.
guns from full auto to single fire.
I just. He'll never know.
Flipped it
He'll never
up
know.
and
He won't
then
check.
wiped away. He flipped it up and wiped away the F button. So he
Little
didn't
bit.
know it was actually another option.
Okay. He's injured by your single shot. A little dazed.
Probably touch hungry.
Yeah, could
Probably
be.
touch
could be.
hungry.
Were you going to play your card to turn this thing into a named Nemesis?
No, I'm gonna save it.
Very well. It's already taken its
Oh,
turn popping out.
My I'll do for that upshift. I was going to do a glory.
Okay.
How much color do we have now?
6.
Probably a lot.
6. Nice.
These 7 gunmen are going to fire at Lycus Santoro.
Okay.
Die, because down.
My favorite, James, is at my local pawn shop. There's a lower receiver there. That
Do they
instead
roll
of
the rat die?
safe and fire.
Yes.
It says parlay and
I
R.
got a 1.
Did.
Love it.
Does that mean we get glory?
They also have enough successes to get a upshift.
Something has gone very wrong with this attack. The strike hits the target in a location convenient. What would be convenient for them? Suppose if something exploded and caused the Magos to fall from his present location down onto the ground.
This is my rifle. This is my gun. This one's a plasma. I rolled a 1. God, do you remember that shit, James?
No, you're good, Lycus. You don't take
Full Metal Jacket.
No, the old plasma gun rules.
No, that's
Roll it
still
up.
current.
Well, I thought you have to choose to supercharge.
You do,
No.
that's right, yes. Yeah.
Used to, it was
Unless
just,
you
it just
chaos.
happened. Yeah, unless you chaos.
Who hasn't acted yet?
I have not. I'm
I
going
believe
to.
it's you two.
Eshairr shot.
Yeah, she shot the thing.
Oh, right.
It's just me. I am going to take an aim action with my snipper rifle, and I'm going to shoot at the Gene Stealer.
Very well. Difficulty is 5.
Difficulty is 5. Let's see, I'm
So
still
don't
rolling.
forget, you get to add 2 dice for the sniper trait and an extra dice for
Yeah.
being at half range.
No, look, James, you're just making me have a great time, my dude.
I miss half range.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, then you started using a flamethrower. All right,
It's been
so
very
I've got,
effective though, so I can't
I've got
complain.
6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got
You can upshift all 3.
what was? Yeah, I can.
Yeah. So remember that you also get plus 2 ED automatically for being a sniper rifle as well.
Yeah, so we're looking at.
He can upshift 2.
Let's see. So
Yeah,
just
you
for
can upshift 2, not 3. You're right.
yeah.
So that'll make it 10 plus 5 ED total.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. So I gotta see. What we get yet?
So it makes it 30.
Yep, 13.
AP,
Demolish. No AP. For some reason.
Okay, so it deals 3 points of damage.
Yeah, it's not bad. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right. Beginning of a new round. What do you guys want to do?
Did you want to finish this combat before we break, or do you want to do a break now, or what's best?
That's a good point. I didn't realize we were so far in. Let's take a break. It feels like there could have been a more dramatic point, but friends will return for the second half of what could be a finale. Cast your votes now in chat. Lycus Santoro or Lycus Santoro? Who's your favorite Lycus? Let us know. See you in 8 minutes. Unless you're on YouTube, in which case then we'll never see you.